Right. Okay. Here we are, back once again. Quick recap on I'll say last week, last session. You had gathered at the gates of Haven, excited for the huge fanfare to be leaving on this great quest to try and find a new base of operation from which to build a new home, to be able to plant the seeds of the portal tree, and to be able to get back to Haven and to start a new life for all of the people. You were expecting fanfares, you were expecting a huge send off. It was supposed to be this big thing that you've been preparing for, psyching yourself up for, and then you were called upon to meet quickly at the entrance, and you got there, and you were rushed out of the gates before you'd even had a chance to really say goodbye, and you noticed that Seraphina and Alara, the mayor of the town, and Seraphina the herbalist, were looking stressed and worried, and you suddenly find yourself pushed outside and the gates closed. You've been partnered up with Dave. Dave is the councillor's choice, but he seems an amenable and down-to-earth guy, a skilled labourer, an up-and-coming politician of the people, potentially seen as a future mayor opportunity a few years down the line. And you set off north. You looked at the map. Hold on. Brings that map. That would probably help, wouldn't it? You'd looked at the map.
Wait, if Dave was going to be a mayor, why would they send him away to death?
Interesting. It's good that you're asking that. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't seem right about your departure from Haven. But you know you've got your mission is clear. You've got to find this new base of operation. You know that the chance of success isn't high. Muti, who comes out into the wasteland, obviously has found it difficult to shrug off that sense of doom that this can't possibly succeed. And yet you've already come across your first encounter. You looked at the map, and you know that there was a couple of options in front of you. You could have gone to the left, which would have had an immediate safe route to the ruins that you're pretty sure you could have got to without any sort of trouble, but then you would have been left in a difficult position moving north. As a reminder, north was the direction that you had been chosen to go. Each of the four groups have been given north, south, east and west, to increase the chances of one of you at least finding somewhere to set up a new base. You decided to take the slightly riskier route to go to the ruins on the right, but would get you nearer then to the border. You know that the ruins just above there is dangerous, but survivable. So the ruins in white is quite safe. There's a base there, Muti, that you go. There's like a hidden part of the ruins that you guys know very well. It's almost like an forward operating base that you guys often stay in. It's not safe to stay there long term, but you know you can go there, you can stay a night there. There's a very high chance that you can survive there. The next ruins along to the north, you know, is dangerous with wild creatures, but you know again that many groups have gone there, managed to recover some things, and then left. And you know that at the far north, at the very extremes of the places that your teams have been to, that the foragers have been to, there's another ruins, a far more exotic set of ruins, right at the base of the mountains. These huge rising spear-like mountains that rise up from the ground like spears, and that one is a very strange. Muti, you've heard some really interesting rumours about that one. You've never been there yourself. No one's ever been able to stay the night there, but you have a few people have gone into raiding parties into the outskirts of the city, and then managed to get some items, some metal, some some organic material. That's all you guys look for. Magic items, metal items, anything organic. If you can find wood, that's great, because even wood is so scarce in Haven. Hence the reason you use bone shard weapons and obsidian weapons, because there is obsidian that litters the landscape. You don't know why, but it's something that happened since the fall. And you know that you can see in the distance, past the mesa, past the unexplored mountains, in the far distance is the looming presence in the far distance of the volcano that always seems to smoulder. And then just to the right, on a clear day, not today, but on a clear day, you can see the obsidian spire that rises just unnaturally from the ground, sheer black. Some of your best I wouldn't say artificers, because the skill of artificer has been lost during the fall. There is no artificers in Haven. There's people that can tinker, and the machinists, like Alex's character, the machinists like Palladir, they have some good skill with machinery, but that's a far cry from an artificer that is able to create complex magic items and machinery. There's nobody like that in Haven. That skill is lost. That is a dead skill. But some of them who are multi-skilled in this area have been able to create telescopes that they've been able to look, and as far as they can see is the obsidian spire. But they still can't make out much details. And they have seen on their telescopes, they have been able to see strange looming walking giants, like reptilian creatures, in the wasteland between the mountains and the volcano. But it's always been just vague. They've only been able to make vague sketches, which is why you have like a vague sketch on the map. The feed is up, by the way. I'm assuming you've got the feed, and you can all see it.
It's a dinosaur.
It's a dinosaur. Yeah, that's what it is. Basically, your characters don't know any of that, obviously. You as players know that. You as characters can't even imagine that there'd be walking reptiles 40, 50 feet high. But, yes, it's an unexplored landscape. You have not been able to ever stay in that most northern ruins. There is, I didn't mention it last time, but there is a rumor that you heard, and maybe some of the others have heard about, but it's not rare enough that I would keep it secret from you, Muty. But there is a rumor that one of the groups that went there did actually see at one point like a walking machine in the distance, and there has been talk of it being like a machine city at one point. It's quite different as a ruins to any of the other ruins, which is why it's much larger. But you guys, the foragers, have never been able to penetrate too far in. But you guys have got to get past it. Now, you could avoid that city, but there is one other aspect of the wasteland that we didn't really cover last week, which is the fact that you cannot, or I might have done, but I can't remember, you cannot take a long or short rest in the wasteland. It's too harsh. It's too the wind is too harsh. The sun is too harsh. The gaseous mists that seem to fall across the landscape are too harsh. Anyone that ever tries to take any sort of rest is interrupted. It's too harsh, which is why you normally have to use the ruins, because you can find sheltered points in those places to be able to rest. But you can't just pitch a tent in the middle of the wasteland and take a short rest, unfortunately. It's too frigging harsh. It's too hot. It's too cold. It's too windy. It's too sandy. It is just brutal. And we probably didn't cover it too much last week, because you went straight to the northeast, and you were set upon by the largest group of these insectoid species that you'd ever come across, Muty. And you were almost pessimistic once the battle started. But actually, as the battle went on, you realised that actually you're holding your own. That you guys as a party are taking on not only a standard thrikreen, but one of these flying blue casters. And where we left it off is that the battle was raging. And so far you'd been able to take quite a toll. You'd only killed one of the thrikreen, but you'd heavily wounded several others. But you'd also taken some hits. You know that the blue thrikreen, as it flew in the air, was sniped by some of you and had its invisibility removed. And it took a psychic attack to the Green Guardian, that luckily he was able to survive it, thanks to his myriad of wild shapes.
You can call me GG, by the way. I think
GG. Okay, GG. And so the story returns. The combat is active, and we are about to start the top of the new round. Astrid, can you roll initiative, please?
Let's go. Right. Okay. 14.
Can I update it from here? It did allow me to update it. Okay. And as we're about to go to the start of the top of the round, you see a figure suddenly emerge from the sand. A terrifying visage, dark cloaks, rippling lightning forming in the hands of this creature. On its head is the head of a thrikreen. And for a second, you panic. You think maybe there is a new form of thrikreen around you. A humanoid thrikreen with 2 arms and 2 legs. And you suddenly see innate sorcery get pulled from the ground as the earth gives up its energy into this creature. Okay, so first round, Ostrin. You call forth your innate sorcery, giving you advantage on all of your attack rolls and +1 to your DC saving throws for the next minute. That's your bonus action. You've surprised the others. You see that the floating thrikreen turns to see you, and a cry of anguish calls out. Some of you hear the voices in your head as they cry out, "It's the Sand Ghost! She's found us!" Hold on, I've got to get your character into the... I don't think I've actually added your face yet. Sorry, give me 2 seconds. Sand Ghost.
I haven't figured out what I want to sound like yet.
Doesn't matter. You'll figure it out.
Harley Quinn.
No, you cannot do that again. And I refuse.
She doesn't like that at the moment.
I am that big.
You haven't cast enlarge on yourself. You'd have to concentrate. Okay, fine. You're about 45 feet away from the giant blue one. What are you going to do?
My screen is frozen. Can they hear me at all?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So,
Yeah.
Astrin.
I mean, my character. Can people hear my
I
character?
love how we all just went, yeah, we can.
So, Ostrin, obviously, you were travelling through the waste back to your den.
Yeah,
And
I'm
you
just going home.
and you suddenly saw an explosion in the distance, and a blue thrikreen suddenly appear. Now, you've not come across one of these, but the sense of power drew you like a moth to flame, and you could hear yells of fighting, and you got excited. Who would be fighting against the thrikreen like this? So you stealthed forward through the sand, and as you did, you could see a motley crew of adventurers fighting against the thrikreen, and immediately you recognized them. At least 2 of them. The first one you recognize, I've got to bring up who the bloody hell knows who, but I think the first one is Muty. I think. Let me just bring up the
I was
relationship
going to
thing.
say, you definitely know me.
Is it you? Oh, yes, of course. The first thing you notice is bloody Demetrius, one of the officers that arrested you.
Fuck that guy.
No,
But
we don't
you remember that was the one that was lenient on you.
We love that guy.
I'm so glad.
That was the one that
I'm
tried
so
to help
glad
you
you
when they
knew me.
realised that.
In my character arc, you are the reason that I started like hating the system because of what we had to do to your character.
Paint the town blue, hey?
Yeah, that's
Right.
it. So I need you to give a second to set this up, and I'm just going to double check your relationships. Hold on, I did do a little thing on this, didn't I?
You
Um,
go
I have
on
relationships.
go on media and files, and then you go on files as the Shatterslands player
so-
guide.
well, no, there's background weaves. Oh, I did your whole player guide, didn't I? Did that include it?
I don't know. But no, you did one that was the Excel spreadsheet, didn't you?
Ostrin, arrested by Demetrius. Muti. Muti knows Ostrin from his younger days on the streets of the Undercity. That's right.
Mm.
Yeah, because you were basically both from the Undercity, but you managed to fight your way out. You got to work at the Arcane Forge. No, you got to do some guard duty, but then you were picked up when they noticed that you were a very independent spirit, and that's when you started as a forager. Yeah, so that you're the two. So Ostrin, Muti, you can't mistake Muti because there aren't that many Goliaths in the. You haven't seen Muti for years, not since he was a teenager, but you recognise some of the sort of facial tattoo scars that all Goliaths have. You remember him. He went off to be a forager a long time ago. You haven't seen him yet. He doesn't. So as I mentioned before, Muti, you don't normally come north. It was a bit odd that you were sent north, but you are one of the best foragers, if not the best forager, that they have. So it's interesting that they chose you to go north when your rig has been, your kind of patch has been more southeast than this. So you have not come across Ostrin before. Ostrin, you don't know it's Ostrin right now, but obviously Ostrin.
Can I just say something of what I want to do?
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna step up and I see this crowd of people, and my eyes like pan like a camera, and it goes like up to the creature I see in front of me. And I take a second to look around, and I see that bastard Demetrius standing right there. And I think for a second, no, what? This must be fate. I must kill them all and forage everything for myself. And then I think, wait, let me look around a little bit more. And I see Muti. And he brings the light and the happiness back to my eyes. And I decide I must fight for these people. I must fight for Muti. So I raise my hand and I twin spell a chromatic orb
Okay.
towards the creature.
You pull upon your the sorceress powers that you've been born with. You know this is risky. This is how she died. You don't think about it too often, but this is how it happened. But it's only in chances like this where you get to draw upon the full power of your capabilities. From your hand, a chromatic orb appears, and you suck the sorceress power from your own soul, twinning it into two orbs. The two orbs go flying off. Right. So, there we go. Right, do you know Chromatic Orb? So the special thing, Chromatic Orb is one of the only attack spells that you can actually twin now in 2024 edition. What it basically means is you can do 2 immediate attacks on 2 different targets. Now, because you have your innate sorcery enabled, you get an advantage on both of those attacks, on all of your attacks with spells, and you also, your DC increases by 1. And every time you make an attack, there's a chance that the chromatic orb bounces off and makes another attack, creating a chain of orbs. So the first thing you need to do is choose. Now, there's 3 thrikreen left. There's the big one.
And then there's 3 little ones.
There's 2 little ones. 3 little ones. But you can't really see one of them very well because it's behind the rock. So the one that's between Palladir, you don't know Palladir, and Dave, you haven't seen Dave. In fact, you haven't seen Dave or Palladir, but you've definitely seen Muti, because Muti's standing on a massive rock, kicking the arse out of some thrikreen ninja style right now. It looks quite impressive, and you're like,
That's my Muti.
that's it. You're not sure if he will remember you, but you definitely can't mistake a big boy like that.
I've only seen so many faces before being out here for so long.
That's it. At the moment, Muti, you see this creature rising, but it's got the mask of a thrikreen over its head. So as it stands, you don't know who it is. But you suddenly see orbs appear in its hand, and you think, oh shit, this means business.
Uh-oh.
Do you know what's really annoying is I actually thought to myself, I should take my helmet off before I step forward because, like, the other thrikreen are gonna be so mad at me for wearing this.
Yep.
Which is fantastic.
That could actually come in handy, to be honest. As long as we don't end up attacking you by mistake.
Oh god.
Well,
It's
the fact that you start attacking the thrikreen and your humanoid might give them pause. I think there was one more thing on your alpha strike that we haven't remembered. Hold on.
Yeah, there is, but I'm waiting to use it because I need to actually throw the damage of the chromatic orb first.
Okay.
I just need to choose a energy.
Don't forget, you can upcast it as well. So you can choose to cast it I would recommend you cast it at second level and then twin it, because it twins it at second level.
Okay.
So you can do right, so your attack onto yes, because you're what's that other thing that you do?
I need to quicken spell and acid spell.
Yeah, you can come back to that, because this at the moment is twin spell, wild magic sorcery, wild magic surge. Oh, that's it. Once per turn after you cast a sorcerer spell with a spell slot, you can roll a 20 on. If you roll a 20 on a wild magic surge table to create a magical effect, magic as a spell is too wild to be affected by meta magic. That's right. You Tides of Chaos.
Yes. I read them. Oh, I needed to do that before I roll, so I've kind of just scuffed it.
No, you haven't, because you use innate sorcery first. That already gives you an advantage on your attack roll.
Sweet.
And increases your DC. So as long as you've done your innate sorcery, you're rocking. Okay, get going. Get attacking.
Got it.
Let's get attacking with your second level twinned chromatic orb.
It was a. Hold on, the wrong thing. 18 to hit.
That hits. The first one hits. Okay. And the second one, are you aiming both at the big blue one, or are you going to another one?
I'm just gonna like pop both, just like ow.
Okay, and what type of damage are you doing?
See, they're lightning, you said, right? So what? Like poison? Acid? Maybe.
You would probably well, I would say you've got used to fighting these guys because you've literally been living out here. You've been living off of eating these thrikreen, and obviously wearing one of their heads to protect you.
So is cold good against lightning?
No, these aren't lightning. These do psionic damage. You could do lightning attack. That's fine.
You said they were lightning.
Or thunder. Doesn't really matter.
Then lightning. I would love to do lightning. Let's do that.
So you do 2 immediate attacks.
Real Palpatine style, just
Okay. Remember, if any of the 2 dice that you roll are the same, then you basically get to then make another attack.
Oh, this is crazy. No. 10.
Right. What do you roll? You got to see what your individual rolls are.
Oh, a 6 and a plus what?
Right, you've upcast it at second level, so you need to be casting 3d8 damage.
I have 48 on my page.
4d8?
Yeah.
Oh, right, because you're upcasting it, yeah. Yeah, so it's 4d8, because you've upcast it, and can you see what the 4 dice are you got rolled?
Oh, 6182. I didn't get the same.
6182. Okay, so the first one does how much damage? Sorry.
19.
Okay, so you do 19 lightning damage on Big Boy thrikreen.
And then 17 on the same one.
17 attack.
Oh my god,
17
that's a
attack
lot
again.
of damage.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you attack again with your second one. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's 4.
which is a 17 damage.
Yeah, we hadn't rolled for attack with it, had you?
Yeah. Oh, did I miss then? I might have to.
No, you got to attack with the second one as well separately.
Yeah.
Okay, so just roll with the advantage to attack again.
18.
That hits again.
Yeah.
So
Because I rolled once, but I didn't realize I could have advantage on the second one. That's
yes,
all.
you can. Right. So then
You
now
can.
it's okay. It's your first time playing the character. So you roll the 48 again.
I got 3 4s in a row.
Oh wow. Okay. So how much damage do you do?
13.
13. Okay. You smashed through. Okay. This thing is absolutely fucked. It's got 3 hit points left.
I was gonna say, like, that is a lot of damage for Ali.
Oh no, it doesn't actually. No, I'll take that back. I damaged. I'd done the wrong one. Hold on. Right. How much was the damage in total? Sorry.
19 plus 13.
Yep. They all smash into the thrikreen mystic, and because you rolled more than 2 dice, 2 dice or more the same number, another orb appears and goes flying off again. You can make another attack on the same mystic if you want.
Yeah. Let's finish him.
Oh, it has to be a different target.
All right, go for. Okay, and then when I'm shooting this one, my power becomes so enraged within my body that it goes through. My arm just throws myself to the left and goes for
That's
the
it.
other one.
So 2 orbs go flying towards the giant mystic thrikreen, smashes lightning damage into it, and then a 3rd orb flies off from the mystic thrikreen and heads towards the thrikreen
24.
to hit.
Natural 20.
Holy fuck! Okay, so now you hit the one on a nat 20, so you do max damage, which is
8d8 apparently, according to this.
well, it's no because it's 4d8.
Why has it gone to an 8d8 then?
86. That's 32 damage. Then you roll the 4d8 damage. Fuck my life. Okay. So roll the 4d8 plus 32 damage. Because the way we do criticals is we do brutal criticals. So you do max damage and then you roll for the second damage rather than just double damage.
48.
So, yeah. So you do 32 plus. It doesn't actually matter because the thrikreen's dead. You're only rolling it to see whether it spawns another chromatic orb.
Oh, Jesus, that's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, because you've cast it at level 2+, you get 1 more bounce. So you get 1 bounce if you cast it at first level. You get up to 2 bounces if you cast it at second level. So roll the damage of the 48.
Another 48, yeah?
Yeah.
I got 2 5s.
Okay, that thrikreen is blown to bits. So, Green Guardian, you're fighting this thrikreen. This humanoid figure stands from the sand, throws a ton of lightning at the mystic, absolutely ripping blue flesh off of this thrikreen. And then another lightning shard ball flies out, hits the thrikreen that you're fighting. That thrikreen explodes. I mean, it just took 3 times the damage it had left. It just literally explodes. And then you've got 1 more use of it. So it's over to the one now by Muti. So make 1 more advantaged attack.
I'm gonna, like in my bear form, like kind of stand up and give her a thumbs up.
The bear, you have no idea who this bear is, but the bear just gives you a thumbs up.
15.
15 hits it on the nail.
Like a big
That's its
bear
AC.
smile.
That was lucky. 15 hits.
20, and I got 2 5s.
That doesn't matter now. So,
Just gonna keep saying it. It's fine.
holy shit. Okay, and then you kill that one as well. So,
Hi everybody, my name's Austrian, and this is my life.
so yeah, you've still got an acid splash attack. So if you quicken now, you can do a quicken acid splash.
Oh, jeez. Okay, let's do the acid splash. Why not?
So
Just a little-
that one dies.
I mean, I hate to put random parade, but is all this within range?
Acid splash is 60, so should be. The other two were for definite. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, actually, no. The acid splash is because if you're attacking the blue mystic, that's 40 feet away. 5, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Don't
Yeah.
sabotage it.
No. It was good to check, but no. The blue thrikreen is in range of the acid splash. So you quicken the acid splash. I mean, this is you pretty much done now for the day. You've just basically spurted out everything. Okay, so acid splash. Now this is a Dex DC save of 12, so you don't make an attack roll. They have to make a Dex saving throw. Now the DC is 13 because you need to click on obviously your innate sorcery. Have you clicked it yet?
Yeah.
Okay, so it should update it so that your DC is 13. So now I need to make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
For the blue thrikreen.
Okay.
I rolled a 6. That's not going to work. Okay, so you now do... is it 1d6?
Yeah.
Yep. You do 1d6 acid damage.
My rolling is 6 today has not been fantastic. Oh, I rolled a 5. That's okay.
Okay, so you do another 5 acid damage.
Yes.
Okay, onto the mystic.
Just a little just flicking that power off of my hands, just to make sure it's
Right,
gone.
now you need to make a wild magic. You now need to make a wild magic check.
Do I just roll a D20, D100?
No, it's D20.
D20. Oh, okay.
And if you roll 1, try to roll 1.
I rolled 10.
Okay.
Oh.
That's safe. Yeah, you suddenly try to earth your magic. Little sparks of the lightning start flickering out, and you kind of like twitch a little bit. And then the scene fades. Is there anything you want to say very, very briefly before we go to the top of the encounter and start with Muti? I will let you actually, if you want to just as a free action, just rip your mask off.
Yeah, please. I think I'm just gonna, in a dramatic form, drop to my knees, take my helmet off, place it onto the ground very gently, and just place my hands out in front of me, and just say, "Actual people, hello."
Okay, the rest of you. This crazy creature that turns up with the mask rips the shit out of all of the thrikreen around you, wearing a thrikreen head mask, takes it off, and underneath you see, well, Muti. You recognise an older version of Austrian. You can't mistake her. She was always crazy. She was, ever since she was a child, she would walk around with lightning rippling from her hands every once in a while as the wild magic surges would take their grip on her. And obviously Demetrius, you turn and look to this creature as you've seen all this devastation caused. You almost recognised the level of carnage from the scene of the death, and you realise this is Austrian, but you banished her to the waste like weeks ago.
When you say you, like personally me.
No, Demetrius, sorry, did. Demetrius was
okay.
one of the arresting officers. So you recognise it, but you know, obviously, that...
I was following the law.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
Okay, back top of the round. Muti. This change in the tide of battle has clearly affected the thrikreen. I mean, you're covered in bits of thrikreen, Goon. The ball of lightning that hit your the thrikreen in front of you just caused it to explode. It was quite an impressive display of power. Now you can see Austrian's kind of like almost earthing herself on the floor, trying to calm down, letting some of the rippling power dissipate into the sand. What do you do?
Okay.
There's still one thrikreen battling Palladir and Dave, and it's pretty strong still.
Yeah, I'll go kick some ass over there. To the thrikreen next to me.
You're just gonna
And
walk away.
I'll give Austrian a little thumbs up before I go down and
Thumbs
help
up!
these
Oh my
guys.
god!
Jesus.
Muti!
Look, let's deal with the other ones first, and then we'll do a celebration. Don't you worry.
Your brain is fizzing, by the way. You know that she was banished quite a while ago. She should be dead. Nobody ever survives that long in the waste. Though you might have just got to give it a guess as to how she survived that long. But okay,
If you can do that,
I'll
then...
ask her. I can learn stuff.
Yeah, that's like a once a game thing. That is. She's used every single ability she's got basically in one big alpha strike. Now it's down to cantrips the rest of the day. You leap from the rock. Obviously, you've got full advantage as you attack into this thrikreen. Dave's threatening it from the south. Palladir is threatening it from the north. What do you do?
I'm gonna.
You are gonna punch it.
Simple. Easy.
Oh, losing you a bit there. Yep, you start fisting.
Yeah, mine is weird. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna start fisting. The fisting action begins.
Oh,
Yes.
however you do it. Okay.
Whoa.
Are
With
you
advantage,
still
I guess?
enlarged? You're still enlarged, aren't you? Didn't Dave enlarge you?
So, I don't know. Remember, but I don't know if it's still. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
round something, isn't it?
Yeah,
So,
so you're actually like that
Yeah.
big. Yeah. Oh, that's one thing actually.
nice.
I should have said Austrian. Muti looks fucking massive. I mean, you don't know what he's been eating, but I mean, the Goliath's always been big. But damn, son, that Goliath got some glow up, or some grow up, something anyway.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
Okay.
like when he starts walking away, I'm like, nice one, nice job.
Okay, Muti, you rain down fists. Palladir's holding him off. Obviously, the Warlock isn't really geared for one-on-one melee with a multi-limbed thrikreen, but he's doing his best. Standing there with his, whatever it is, he was dagger.
I'm going to basically hit him. Some hands. What do I get when I'm enlarged? By the way, do I get a damage or anything?
You get you get plus 1d4 damage to your attack,
Nice. Lovely.
and you get is it advantage on your strength checks as well?
Love. So the first hit for a total.
Is he lagging
Damage.
for anyone else or just me?
No, he's lagging for me as well.
Okay.
Thing going on now. Let me camera for a second. So 8 damage, and you're gonna need to roll a dexterity save.
Okay, your fist thrusts into the chitinous armor of the thrikreen, and I'm going to make a. Was it dex save?
Yes.
Okay. and I get a 6 for dex save. Wow, amazing.
That was the second one, so basically the second one gets him prone.
Okay, prone. It collapses to the ground.
And it's collapsed to the ground. Basically, whoever hits it advantaged, or what happens?
Well, it's actually so prone's changed a little bit in the 2024 rules.
Oh.
Oh god, let's get the book out. Hold on.
Oh.
I did know. It's not
I'm
actually because it's
checking.
changed. It's like you get advantage at melee. No, you get a disadvantage actually now on some of these. It's actually harder to hit them.
Yeah, you have disadvantage on attack rolls. Attack roll again. You have advantage if the attacker didn't. Okay. So
Right.
whoever hits the creature has an advantage.
Yeah, so you have to spend half your speed to get back up again. You have disadvantage on attack rolls. An attack roll against you has advantage if the attack is within 5 feet. Otherwise, it's disadvantage. Yeah, so all the melee attacks have advantage. That's what I thought. But ranged attacks have disadvantage because it's harder to hit lying on the ground. Oh, Ellie's gone. Gone off camera. Okay, yeah.
Wait, she went to the sorter.
I think that's me for now.
Are you not flurry of blowing?
I smacked him so hard that he's prone. I'm hoping Dave and that other person there
Palladir.
is gonna kick
Palladir.
it.
Palladir the warlock.
Ah, yeah, Palladir. They're gonna advantageously kick some ass in a minute. So
Okay. Demetrius, the scene. Obviously, the great reveal of Austrian after the thrikreen have just been absolutely annihilated with lightning. The blue one is still potent, not even blooded yet, and hovering in the air once I actually got the hit points on the right character. Actually, no, it landed on a rock, hadn't it? And there's still one more thrikreen behind you that Muti has gone to attack. You can only just see Austrian around the corner. You have to kind of like, you kind of look around very slightly the rock, and you can just make her out on her knees, quite far away. About 100 feet from you, she is. Obviously, you've got the big thrikreen, but it's at range at the moment, and you've got the one behind you. What would you like to say or do? Are you going to say anything to Austrian, or actually, she's.
I wasn't going to say anything. My thing was that I kind of like I'd seen all this going on, and I was like looking around the rock, and I'd almost like done a double take, like didn't think I'd see this woman again. And the guilt from what had happened in the whole situation had riddled me, and I thought that she was surely dead. I'd never get to have the retribution to be able to apologise and, you know, make right from all my things. My character very much is the kind of character who is trying to follow the laws, trying to do what he needs to do because he thinks that's what was right, and then in that moment realised that it was an accident. She didn't mean to do what she did. And she was just reacting based on the magic that she has, and I still had to put her outside. And from that moment, I'd kind of didn't want to be in my role.
So you're kind of that's kind of like flowing through your head. You're kind of
I'm just like, kind of like
you're in the middle of combat, and then suddenly the one thing that bothers you so much that you've started to dislike your own job as a marshal. You're now like, oh, it's like it's hunted me down. But obviously, there's immediate.
I know that I
you.
can't go and do anything about that right now, and I'm very much the kind of character that needs to, once I'm set on something, I need to go and do that first.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is my character at the start of every turn can give another creature, if I won't, as long as I'm within 10 feet of them, 2d6 temporary hit points. So I'm going to move. So I'm in one of the squares just below Harry's bear.
Okay.
And then I can give GG 2d6 temporary hit points. So I'll roll those. 2d6.
So how does that manifest? You're calling upon the woodland
The vitality tree.
the
Yeah.
vitality
So
tree.
you get 6 temporary hit points.
Nice.
I mean, it could have been higher, but middle of the road. But my rage ends in 3 turns, so I've still got 2 more.
Ah, so you better get attacking.
Exactly. Now I'm not close enough to do any of my melees, so I'm going to do breath weapon.
Okay, are you using line or cone?
Well, I
Line.
was going to do cone because then I'm more likely to hit the giant thing. I'm only going for him, to be fair.
Okay.
Or the big guy. It is a DC save of 12 on Dex. However, I have Savage Attacker, so if it does whatever, even if it hits or doesn't hit, I'm allowed to, once per turn, when you hit a target with a weapon, breath weapon, I can roll my damage weapon twice and use either one against the target. So
Okay,
even if you don't save, you get half the damage. So I'm going to roll it the D10 twice.
Okay, I'm going to make a dex save, and I get a 4, 6. That's 2 4s in a row. I'll roll it with my dice, I think, next time. The system's not looking after me. It fails the dex save. This thing is not passing any dex saves anytime soon.
I'm going to roll 2 D10s. It's just so that I pick one of them, whichever's highest, and that'll be your damage.
Okay.
You get 8. 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay. Is it fire?
Acid.
Acid. The acid sprays all over the thrikreen, and you can just see that the chitinous armor starts to melt away. The blue starting to run. It cries out. You've got any more actions?
I don't, because I only get 2 actions.
Okay.
At level 5.
Okay, Palladir, you're down to 10 hit points. You're feeling pretty shady. This thing is thankfully getting disrupted by these others. It's now lying on the floor. What do you do? Muted. Muted.
Sorry. He's down on the ground, so I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast at him. Just ride the fucker.
Okay. That I think
Because it should be a disadvantage if I'm in melee.
But
is it advantage because he's down? So
I would say it cancels each other out because well, actually no, he's not threatening your square anymore. So because he's prone. Okay. So yeah, I'd say you get full advantage. You basically just I mean, this thing is just kind of like trying to get its limbs back together after Muti's taking it down. It's just trying to recover at the moment. And while it does, he's not threatening you anymore, so you're able to bring your hands down. Oh, right, I've got to go.
Oh, I was wrong about my rage. I thought that rage used to be 6 turns.
Hello?
My rage now.
I am coming.
Suppose I can maybe I can maintain it up to 10 minutes. Don't know whether that includes extending or not.
Right.
No,
we're having a bit of a break.
Yeah, I need to take the break now. Sorry. Let's. Right. Okay. While we wait for the others to come back, Alex, you've been thrusting your hands forward and summoning an Eldritch Blast with advantage on this prone creature knocked down by Muti. Make an attack roll with advantage.
20 something.
I mean, that absolutely catches it right in the chest.
Right, damage.
Let's hope so.
Small. That's 5.
5 damage. Okay, the Eldritch Blast smashes into his chest and then sort of fizzles out a little bit. I need to look at your damage output, Alex.
1d10 plus 3.
Oh, just a really bad roll.
Yeah, I rolled a 2. So.
You get advantage on the attack, but not on the damage. That is unfortunate. Okay, any bonus actions? Let me help you. Let's have a quick look at your character.
I'm going to use a healing dice on myself and do 1d6 healing.
I mean, that's a very good idea. You're very blooded. That's probably why your damage wasn't so high. You know, narratively speaking, you're just like groggily looking at this thing lying on the floor as this giant Goliath towers over it with its huge fist pounding it, and you're just like, what's going on?
Not a great roll, 2, so 2 more hit points back.
You're hitting the 2s today.
Yep.
It's not 1. At least that's not something to hold on to. It's not a 1.
Other than that, I'm probably not going to do a lot because could I see the orbs and everything going off from where
Oh
I am?
yeah, I mean you have no idea where it came
Where it
from.
come from? I've just seen them explode. So
Yeah, you're just like, what the hell's going on?
Oh. So I'll probably that'll be it. I'll just sort of stand ready to react with anything. So that's it for me.
Okay, what's the arms of Hadar?
Like
Tentacle.
a AoE, yeah, right,
Yeah,
on
tentacle
center.
coming around and attacking multiple.
That's cool. Anyway, right, okay. That was Paladin. That's your turn over. Oh, he's having a conversation. Okay, the thrikreen that you're attacking spends half its movement getting back onto his feet, and then turns to try and attack you, Muti.
Come at me, bro.
Hits AC 14,
Miss.
and then with its second attack, it hits AC 6. Wow.
Miss.
It just
I
tries to...
didn't even have to use a skill. Nice.
and then it does... Maureen. And then it suddenly just springs into life and leaps like a grasshopper, flying in the air. Whee! Oh no, wrong screen, Gary. Wrong screen. Whee! No, that's the... Whee! All three of you get attacks of opportunity. This thing is going to go running over here, full pelt, towards the other one. It's just seen all of its other colleagues evaporated. It's now surrounded by 3 of you pummeling it. It's not stupid enough to realise that it's going to win this fight anymore. And it starts running. So you've got 3 attacks of opportunities. So Paladin, Muti, and Dave.
Yep.
You get it can't be a magic action. It has to be a physical action.
I rolled a natural 20.
Oh shit! I feel the pain. Okay. What's your so remember with the critical, it's the max damage plus a dice roll.
Yeah, it's automatic. The D&D Beyond does it automatically. It's 14.
But automatically it does it as a normal crit, doesn't it? It just does double damage.
No, it did full first damage.
Oh, it did. Okay.
Maybe not. Sorry.
Oh, I just got a oh no, I didn't. I got a dirty 20. It's okay. Dave got a dirty 20. I was getting excited then. I thought another nat 20. This poor thrikreen's getting smacked.
Well, I've dealt 15 damage, which should kill it, to be honest.
Yeah. All 3 of you. I'm just going to cut this narrative short because all 3 of you smack into this thing as it tries to leap off, and as it leaps into the air, it gets smacked with a fist, stabbed with a dagger. What are you hitting it with, Paladin?
Hand axe.
hand axe, that classic warlock weapon we all talk about. And you hatch it down on it, and then as it lands, it's been completely delimbed by all of your attacks, and just this body lands in the ground with a splat, about 20 feet away from where it had taken off. Holy shit. Okay. This thrikreen mystic is going to send out a huge pulse of mind energy to all of you. Parley! Parley! Don't kill me! Don't kill me! We weren't to know that the sand ghost was on your side. Don't kill us. We can do a deal. I can offer you safe travel through our lands. Please, spare me. You feel this mind, these words in your mind come pulsing into your thoughts. Spare me. Parley.
Have I got knowledge of the past? Well, can I then do a history check, I guess, to see if this has ever happened to me and I've accepted and gone and used them for the ride to like tell the group that they're telling the truth.
So all you know is that these creatures are smart. Okay, the reason you've outsmarted them is because in your first battle you exploded one of these creatures and you got covered in its mind goo, and the others couldn't find you. And you were smart enough to realise that the mind goo that had covered your brain was stopping them from being able to read your thoughts. And so the next time you killed one, you took its head, and you've been wearing its head ahead of one of them as like a mind shield.
Yeah.
And with that and the secret hole that you found, that you've been living in away from the sandstorms, you've been able to hunt these things. You've eaten nothing and drunk nothing than blood, dribbles of condensation on the inside rocks of the hole that you're in, and the flesh of thrikreen. So you've become quite intimate with these guys, and you know that they're smart, and you also know that you've started to get a bit of a reputation, and they haven't been able to find you, but you don't know why. But because in the first battle, when you exploded that thrikreen, you collapsed. You found some shaft into the ground, and that's where you hid, and that's where you've been able to survive all this time. So you think if they're going to say a deal, you would do it. You would believe them. Now, if anyone wants to make an insight check from the rest of you, you can. Okay, Demetrius.
I would happily. I was put my hand up more to be like, I'm happy to help because I'm only a +1.
Okay, has anyone got a?
Can I just say to the group that I believe what they're saying before they do an insight check? Because if you go ahead and trust me.
Well, I just done an insight check and I got a dirty 20. So.
Okay.
I got 22.
Okay. Wow. Okay. You can hear this strange woman calling out. What you saying? Trust
telling the truth.
Okay. Your insight. You don't know these creatures, but the body language is quite humanoid in many ways, and the voice in your mind, even though it's a fake voice, it sounded legit. Your gut feel is that this thrikreen is powerful enough to be able to swing that sort of deal, and has enough presence of self-preservation to,
I mean, we can use any help we can get at this point to get through safely.
Yeah.
Alright, I stand down, which means I sit on my bare bum.
Okay. So you all kind of like calm yourselves down.
I'd like to take my axe and then place it back into its like container.
Is one of
And
you going to
that's my
speak
way
to
of-
the creature?
My way of doing it.
I We'll go speak to
Yeah, I'm not very.
Yeah,
charismatic.
Muti is no leader or nor charismatic.
No.
Okay, Dave will make his way round. What do we think, guys?
Any scenario I don't die is good.
Austrian has made a good point. I think we listen to her.
Well, I am on the camera. You keep talking to Mum because she's in the next room. Sorry.
I think Insect Beast is talking to children via his own webcam.
Sorry. Yeah. Zane's been having this conversation with Maureen because she's literally sitting in the little mini office next to his room. And I'm like, I can't stop that. I don't know how to stop that. Right, settling down. Sorry. What did you say, Demetrius? Apologies.
I said that Austrian has spoken. I think we should listen.
Austrian has spoken. You heard Demetrius.
Dave's like, who are you talking about?
And
who
I just
cast
literally point at the lady.
He kind of walks around the corner. You see this dashingly good-looking, middle-aged man wearing sort
Like
of light leathers. Yeah, he's got like a little drum on his side that he's tapping all the time. Though you haven't heard him play it much yet.
I imagine him as well as that kind of character that every time you first meet him, somehow there's a breeze and his hair is like thing in the
Yeah,
wind.
he's kind of like charming, middle-aged, good-looking. You know, he's like almost ageless. He's not like a model. He's rugged. He's got stubble on his beard. You know, he's got that sort of fatherly look to his eyes as well. But he's like, who the hell are you?
I step out of my own shadows.
There was no
my-
shadow, but I mean, you
I
took your
create
brain
my
beam
own
mask off.
shadows. I step out of my metaphorical shadows.
Okay.
And my eyes glow red. Say hello. I am this Austrian that they speak of.
You can see Dave is completely like. Okay, I need to park that for a second. So some of my party seems to know you. That's
Yes.
great. That no one lives out here. Okay,
One,
park that.
One knew me for
Park that.
one good reason.
Creature,
And the other
he
knew me
turns.
for bad.
He turns and looks at. We'll park that. Creature. I think we're in agreement. We will accept your kind offer. How far will you be able to offer us safe passage? You hear,
And shelter!
I cannot offer you shelter, but I will make sure that you are unassailed as far as the Metal City. You don't, Austrian, you have no idea what he's talking about.
Is there paper in this world, or is that also?
No, not here. I mean, it would be emaciated, ripped apart, burnt pretty quickly. I mean, you've probably got some like papyrus and stuff or scrolls stuff inside your bags, but
Do I have some sort of a map because I'm a forager?
you've got a map.
Okay, I take out the map and I go, show me.
Can we make sure that all of our characters are all just like together now?
Yeah. So I'm going to come off of this because we're not in combat anymore. So
Will these creatures be offended if I start eating the dead ones?
your passive insight says yes.
They might join in, to be honest, it feels like.
I mean, meat is meat out here, right?
Yeah, meat is meat is meat.
Yeah. You have
I'm on a pair right now, so I can eat a lot of food.
you have slain my children, but I have many others, and I can make more. So I shall leave in peace. It walks towards you with its four legs. You can see it's very bloodied. I mean, its acid wounds, lightning wounds rippled across this creature. I will tell the others that you travel with the sand ghost. You shall not be disturbed. He points to the ruins to the north.
Mhm.
Beauty, the ones that you've heard of with the big metal.
Are the
Thing.
white ones or the red
No,
ones?
no,
the
no.
heavier?
So the hold on. There's a thingy here. I swear
You
there's
have like a laser pointer.
I do. Yeah.
That'd be really handy.
Okay. Whee! So, goes you as far. So you've travelled to here so far.
Yeah.
Um,
He's telling us that he can give us safe passage all the way to those
all
groups.
I can offer is that my kind will not attack you all the way there. However, there are other creatures in these lands, but my hive will leave you untouched.
Thank you.
Especially
Can
the
I-
sand ghost. The chitinous insectide head turns to stare with a strange expression on this new arrival that most of you don't know and two of you recognise.
Let
am
these
very-
new creatures feel our wrath.
She has been our scourge. How she has travelled undetected and survived this long, we do not know. But if you are now with her, I have seen the devastation you have wrought, and I do not wish this death upon my other children. There is plenty of feastings to be had here in the lands. We will leave you untouched, if you let me go now. Dave
I
says what?
must ask him because I've done lots of deals with like people within my role, and it's like, how long do we actually get that protection for? Like, is it a limited time or is it till
For
we
as long
get
as you
there?
are in these lands.
Okay. Because I feel like he'd be like, well, I offered you to it there, but I had in mind till tomorrow morning, and you're not there yet.
No. But methinks you might struggle to survive because... And he looks to the north, and you see in the distance a sandstorm coming towards you. There is a sandstorm approaching. Be safe. And then he flitters off and starts running away. Right, I've got to pause. Hold on.
Okay.
Yes,
So our next thing is to go and get sanctuary within the White Ruins. Because
Right,
that's
I'll
at
come
least
down.
a
Hold on.
rest for everyone, for definite. And then we move on.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
Ostrin. It's been a while.
Hello.
What, like 15 years?
I know.
What happened to you, girl? You're old.
Whoa, hold on. Old, I wouldn't say I'm old. I would say I have flourished in enlightenment.
Yeah, I can
The
see
world.
on the wrinkles on the forehead a lot of enlightenment. So, how did you survive here?
Just
Just did.
did.
No, we need
Well,
you to, you need to be specific.
I have a solution possibly for this sandstorm, and that's what I can offer at the moment.
But wait. Why are you wearing the mask? What's with the mask?
I don't believe that's something to be discussed as of now.
What do you mean? Come on. We all want to survive. Right?
There is a safe place for you all if you are to follow me.
Why are you being so cryptic? What happened to you in 15 years? What is going on?
I know you to an extent, my friend. But that extent left a while ago.
Okay, but why so cryptic? We're out in the outside. We're gonna die together.
You learn to trust nobody out here.
Okay, like I
It
don't
is
ask
all
you to
death
trust.
and
I
ruin
don't.
and
I don't ask.
destruction.
Okay. Oh, whoa. Okay, like, oh, I don't ask you to trust me at all. I'm just like asking, yeah. Okay, you keep your secrets to yourself. Fine, fine, sandwich. Fine, you're a sandwich.
Oh,
Yeah. Anyway, I go smoke now.
I just love that. Mewtwo just goes, fuck this shit.
No, you got. Look, we're gonna die. You guys go first. You go first. I'll follow.
Thanks.
I don't know if that's something I'm meant to be revealing right now. That's all. I know it's like already been said, but as a character, would that have been mentioned? I don't know.
Okay. You don't have to give your life story. Okay, like just asking if how to survive these lands. You know.
Just follow me. You'll be fine.
Yeah, but I don't know. You said we don't trust each other. Now you ask me to follow you. I'm confused.
I just want to go to bed.
I'm
This
gonna
has
start.
been long.
I'm just eating the dead animals.
Well, at least the big insect beast is gone, so I can just start munching. Do I have
Oh, yeah.
anything that I can pack stuff with?
So, Austrian, come on, tell us something, yeah? 3 weeks. 3 weeks in the year. I've only survived 1 week.
Okay. I guess I could tell you.
Yeah, enlighten us. Enlighten us. You know, like your ring.
That I don't know about much about my story prior to what I've already said, so give me a minute. Okay.
Sorted. Sorry.
Where
That's okay.
Muti is trying to learn from Austrian.
Yes. Did you carry on in character without me?
I did.
Yes.
Right. Cool. So the sandstorm is starting to come in. Muti, you know this means that you're not going to be able to reach the safe ruins to the north in time.
So at this point, Muti was trying to ask Austrian, you know, like, how have you survived this long? It's been ages since I've last seen you. And she's kind of been really sketchy about it. She's like, look, all I know right now is I've got a safe place you can stay. And she hasn't really revealed anything else. And Muti's been like, well, if you want to keep your secrets, I thought we trust each other.
I mean,
in more of a sassy way.
From your passive perception, you do notice there's a lot of thrikreen brain goo on her head. And you pick up your thrikreen helmet. Obviously, it depends how much you trust their deal now. But also, there's some very tasty thrikreen meat just sitting there.
Yeah,
I've
Harry and I
already
have
eaten
been
half
just
of it. Yeah.
Harry and I are just eating.
I mean,
At least the whole one's gone.
you look at them
I need-
in aghast because normally you
sustenance.
cook it.
I don't need to as a bear. I've got a good digestive tract. You know.
Well, I'm a dragon. I don't know if I need to cook it.
You just breath it. You just like cook it in your hand. You know, really embrace that fire breath or acid breath. Oh, maybe you do like a brundlefly and you like acid it into goo, and then you just like, suck it up.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Sometimes I make myself feel sick. I really should stop doing that. Yes, you're right. Your hideaway place is about 2 hours journey due north. So I'm going to use this color tool thing again. This is cool. I didn't even know I could do this. So your where the thorax is on this model, basically that's where your base is here.
I'm going to just start walking in that direction then. And anyone who chooses to follow me can follow me. I've already told them there's somewhere safe for them to go. They've just got to follow me.
Okay, but you You stink. You smell. Like, what are we gonna do about that?
Mm.
What's on
Oh
your
yeah,
head?
I mean, she absolutely stinks. She's not washed for a month.
Yeah, keep your distance, eh? And I'm good with smells, you know. Like, oof.
Well, at least if we go there, we don't have to go all the way to the ruins, unless there's stuff that we can loot. But I'm pretty sure that we were told already that that's been looted so many times. It's just a base now.
As you start walking, Dave was like, "Okay, I think we need to follow her." Muti, are we going to be able to reach these ruins in time before that sandstorm comes?
No, we won't.
Right.
But pack up some thrikreen meat.
Okay, you start scooping up bits of thrikreen, all the main body bits.
Just take it. Take it all. Take
Yeah.
it all. We're gonna need it. You're gonna need it.
But yeah, I'm already hungry, and it's nice. It's good to get a bit of protein. Although I mean, the good berries taste nice, but this is better. The word you hear the word goodberry, Austrian, and your lips just like dribble. All you've eaten, you're malnourished. You're very malnourished. You've just eaten meat and blood and licked water.
I was going to say that like I don't feel like she'd like listen too much to me, but I'd like to catch up with her and just kind of like offer peace between us, like a truce.
So yeah, so Dave just literally as you're doing that says, so how do you Austrian? How do you know Demetrius and Muti?
I guess I'll start with the good. Muti was an old friend from when we were younger. And, well, Demetrius is nothing but a dickhead. He arrested me, and he threw me away, and now I'm here because of that.
No, well, yeah, but
Well,
don't.
ish.
I mean, Demetrius was the one that showed kindness to you, while others were the ones that.
If he was shown such kindness, why would I still be here?
Okay, Demetrius, you hear that as you walk up alongside. What do you say?
I am terribly sorry. And I pull out the water skin. I know it's not much, but you must be thirsty. Here.
Austrian, your hands shake at the thought of fresh water.
I am overwhelmed with such emotion that I go and give Demetrius a hug while chugging the water. So sort of spill the water over you a little bit, but like give you hugs.
Fine.
Okay.
I know it doesn't make up for what I did, and I have thought about it every day since, but I am glad that you are okay.
Thank you so much.
Dave's like, so you've lived out here for a month?
Oh, is that how long it's been? Yes.
Even the foragers don't do that.
No, we don't.
How long do you last usually, foragers?
1 week. 1 week max. I did 1 week max.
Very brave.
So, Gigi and Palladir, you're trying to take this all in. Obviously, this woman is incredibly, I guess, chaotic. You notice that kind of even the movements are a little bit jittery. And every once in a while, if she moves fast, little sparks of lightning kind of just arc across her hands. Oh, Alex has just disappeared off the camera. What did I say or do?
I'm still here. My camera's starting to play up.
Oh, I shall look at Gigi then. So I like having a face to look at when I'm talking. Yeah, your passive insight tells you that she doesn't mean much harm, but she is unsettling. That's the only way to put it. And also, for any of you from the upper city, she clearly stinks of Undercity. Though we try not to think about things in those sorts of terms. Though the stench of like thrikreen flesh, rotted flesh.
I try, but it's very hard. Okay. It's
I
hard.
don't like her. At first glance, she's too chaotic and against nature. Oh wait, no, that doesn't mean I like her. I like her, Because nature is chaos.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. That's the right way around.
You notice the
I
orc.
like it.
There's a huge orc, green orc, with the trappings of a herbalist, and the orc just keeps staring at you and kind of goes from looking like this. As if they're having some internal dialogue trying to work out who you are. Paladir, who looks like probably a machinist of some kind. Dave, in fact, says, where are my manners? You're taking us to your home, and we haven't even introduced ourselves. Austrian, is it? I am Dave. I have been chosen by the council to lead this expedition. We are on a mission to save Haven, so that nobody ever again gets evicted like you did.
Hello, Dave.
You vaguely have heard of this Dave. He basically is like a man of the people. You've heard. I mean, you don't really pay much attention. This is very, very boring stuff for you, even when you even before Amy died. But you know that Dave. You've heard of. It's like when you see like news reports on billboards and things, and you hear people talking about it. Dave is one of these sort of up and coming socialist style, working class man made good that's working his way up through the ranks. But that's all you know.
But he's never seen me in person.
No, there's no idea who you are.
Oh, hello again, Dave. It's nice to see you in person.
Again. You've seen some of my posters, yes. Sorry.
have.
Yeah. Well, that's all behind
A
me
long
now.
time ago. Well,
yes,
feels like it.
Yeah. Actually, everyone make an insight check when you're talking to Dave. This is you guys are walking, by the way. So there's no resting. It's harsh. The wind's really picking up, blowing into your faces. The dust storm is getting closer. Muti, you're starting to get a little bit nervous because you're kind of walking towards the dust storm, but you see that Austrian seems quite calmly walking forward, and you have to kind of guess that she survived here for a month. She must know that she's not walking to certain death. Hopefully, maybe. But everyone make insight checks.
I got 18.
Got 13.
I got a
you're
4
muted,
if I'm
Alex.
being counted.
12. What did you get, Austrian?
4.
Okay. It's just Dave talking, who knows. Demetrius, you get a sense of this, as Austrian brings up about like seeing posters of Dave as an up-and-coming politician, you see a real sense of sadness in Dave's eyes that you hadn't noticed before in the sort of chaos of leaving the city. It's kind of a flash before his excellent control of his features kind of gather themselves around him and stills himself. But you get a sense, you don't know whether it's something to pick up now or later, but there's definitely a sense of there's something there that isn't right. And again, Muti said it earlier, something about the fact of why would Dave be out here?
Makes no sense, this guy. Well, it doesn't make sense.
Let's keep going. Paladir and Gigi and Muti, you kind of also get a sense that there is a tinge of something, but you don't quite go as far as Demetrius does in kind of sensing that there's a big underlying issue here. You keep moving forward. So Dave says to Austrian, so how did you survive? And what was your crime? If you don't mind me asking. I mean, I know how harsh Haven is, with the overpopulation, with the council desperately trying to punish undercity dwellers for anything and expulsing them, knowing that it's certain death.
Well,
He stops for a second. What did you do?
well, it was I was a part of a large explosion.
What, like you just did just now, where you killed all those
Um,
thrikreen?
well, I mean, that was a lot more controlled.
So do you have control issues?
No, no, possibly, maybe.
Your spell casting looks a bit like Palladir. Palladir, is Austrian a caster like you? Muted again.
I keep rejoining to reset the camera and it mutes me every time.
Oh, tech issues. Ah.
Yeah. I'm not certain, but I believe so. I only saw the outcomes of the spells, not her casting.
Yeah, it was impressive, wasn't it? That was.
Well, definitely lots of raw energy there.
Yeah, but you have trouble controlling it, do you say?
Well, I mean, I guess you could say the magic's just a little bit wild.
Ah, okay, I see. I know a bit of magic myself. In fact, most of us do, in some way or another. Well,
I want to, as soon
I
as
don't do magic.
okay, not
as
Muti,
soon
not
as I
Demetrius.
said the word wild, my face just becomes really sad, and I look away as I remember of Amy
Okay.
and the destruction.
Everyone else's passive insight. I'm trying to use passive insight more. I've read up on it now.
Oh.
Your passive insight tells you that this woman is clearly living with some deep level of regret of some situation in her life. Well, and you know Muti from childhood, and you say and Demetrius arrested you.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess when the explosion happened, it was all a bit of a blur. Really, it happened very fast but slow at the same time. But I was taken away, and Demetrius was there, I guess, to do his job, his duty. However, he was kind, he was nice, and I can't really judge. Everyone else sort of bullied, but he helped.
Knowing what actually happened on that day, I'm just going to be like, yes, she was hungry. She was taking food. That it all. And it just got out of hand, and the rest is history.
I see. And this is why we are on this trip, ladies and gentlemen. This is why we are on this quest. We cannot keep allowing people having to fight and die for food in the city. We've got to find a new place. So Austrian, what we're doing is we are trying to find a new home. We are a collaboration between the councillors, the marshals, the herbalists, the machinists, the foragers. We've come together to try and find a new home, and then connect back to the haven and be able to bring food and drink into the city and to free up people, the people that are struggling, especially in the undercity, crushed beneath the weight of the living standards of those in the upper city, and to try and start anew. That is why we're doing this. But let's just say that it's a very difficult task, and we know that the odds of success are low, but we have to try. Would you help us?
Well, I was gonna say, I guess that means I chose the right team, huh?
Well, yes. We're the only team.
Well, no, I mean I could have
What do you mean,
killed
team?
you back then, but I chose not to. So that's what
Wait,
I'm saying.
wait.
Haha.
What do you mean only team?
Well, you see, Dave gets a bit flustered. Let's just get
Fill
to.
it out. No. Fill
They
it
said
out.
there were others that had been sent out.
You sound too chirpy all the time. You're a bit annoying, Dave. What is going on here? Spit it out.
How far is
Muti is
your?
gonna make a fist.
Whoa! Muti, no, please.
No.
You said there were other teams.
Yeah, well, let me.
Don't do politics. Don't do politics.
I'm not doing politics. I promise
Don't
you.
do. I'm gonna slap him. Like a little slap.
Son of a bitch!
Don't do politics.
Stop it! I'm
Dave.
on the same side as you.
You're playing with our lives.
Look, How far is your base?
Slap him one more time. Give me an answer.
Seriously, Mutie, I'll take you down. You keep doing that.
You cannot take me
I
down.
can take you down. Listen,
Without me, you die here.
Mutie,
Talk to me.
I've left my children and my wife behind to do this.
I don't care. Tell me, why did you say that? Speak.
Honesty is the best policy.
Right. Let's keep walking. Don't
No.
hit me again, and I will talk.
I would like to cast Mage Hand and slap you both at the same time.
Okay, it doesn't hurt because you can't do damage with a mage hand.
Don't care. The idea is there.
Okay, the blue
It is a metaphorical slap.
a blue magical hand appears out of the air, slightly sparkling with energy, and just does a little slap motion onto both.
Can I try to dodge it?
Yeah. Make an attack
do.
roll.
Attack roll.
No, not you.
Oh.
Austrian, make an attack roll using your spellcasting modifier.
I'm a monk. I'll dodge.
You can take the dodge action.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take the dodge action.
Oh, you're joking. It'd be 9.
Okay, the hand just sort of flies past, but Dave just lets it slap him.
I only slap, okay? I slap. Not
Okay.
you.
I wish you'd stop.
Well, I lightning, so.
Yes, you were very impressed. You saved all our lives.
Mhm.
Okay, right. So, I'm the councillor's choice. Okay? But I am the councillor's enemy. I have been sent on this mission to die. I have been forced on this. I have been forced on this mission because they saw me as a threat, okay? They knew that I was becoming popular. And so I've been chosen to do this mission because the council thinks it's foolhardy. The council, last night, held a private session and decided that they were going to veto the mission. Alara found out, Seraphina found out, and they rushed us out to get us out before the band came in. The council wants to follow a different plan to save the city. The council want to evict everyone from the Undercity, because if there's no one in the Undercity anymore, there will just be people with jobs, earning work to feed. I fought against that. I said, they're human, well, they're living creatures too. This can work. You had approved this to work. Why are you now changing your mind? There was a big argument. Alara realised that she was about to be arrested, even though she's the mayor. Basically got us to summon you guys together quickly and get you out before the councillor loyalists came to arrest us. And so we can't go back. And if we don't succeed, they're going to slaughter the Undercity.
So you basically signed our... That's what you did.
No, I didn't. I've been forced into this.
Yeah, but I wasn't forced. I was selected. There was gonna be more groups.
Yeah, I was selected too.
I'm going back. What is this? They'll take me back. I'm a forager. I'm helpful.
They will not take you back. They'll arrest you. Now you
Fine,
know the truth.
Better than being out here, no?
Are you gonna go back by yourself, with no one else in the middle of the sandstorm?
The storm is about to come down. If you don't get to that hole now, none of you are going anywhere.
We are technically moving and talking.
Well, I'm going to follow Austrian.
That's right.
And I've got the seeds, so...
We were supposed to. As you're walking and talking, Mutie, there was supposed to be 4 groups. But the other...
Yes, supposed to is not the reality, is it?
Yeah, but that's the whole point of the mission was Seraphina and Alara had come together and working with Lior to make this mission succeed. This is the only chance that the city's got. Trying to cull the Undercity is not going to save Haven. It will slow down its decay, sure, by maybe a year, maybe 2, maybe 3. But the decay is guaranteed. Food is running short. The fact that Austrian had to break into a councillor's house to steal food because there's no work or food for anyone in the Undercity proves our exact mission.
Look, politician. Before I slap you again, like you.
I'm not a politician. I'm not a councillor.
Listen to me. You say these things. I don't care. I like my life. I'm no hero. Okay, so you convince me with other things. What do you offer?
You see a tear starts to form in his eye.
Oh no! Don't bring emotions into this. This is you're playing with our lives.
Do you not think I would like to be able to go back? I could have just gone. I could have just lived my life and just not worried about the Undercity. You're from the Undercity.
Yeah, and it was okay, like foraging and stuff.
Yeah, but that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, but like you say one thing and another thing. I don't know. You might be lying. Like, okay, what you gonna give me?
Well, let's survive the night first, and then let's think about it. And I'll
Fine.
Thank you. Right, you can see that Austrian. You can see that Dave is shaking a little bit at this point. Look, how far? And you see up ahead, thankfully, the rolling mounds that depict. So this area is kind of. It looks a bit more like hints of mounds, like raising and lowering. And it was here where you were sheltering from the wind the first time you came across one of these thrikreen, that you ended up in battle. And you fired your orb. It was a thunderous orb at the thrikreen, and the ground erupted beneath you, and you fell into this hole. It killed the thrikreen, and you were covered. But for some reason, the thrikreen have never found this place, and so you've stayed here every night. In fact, most nights there's enough condensation in the walls, or somehow bits of water starts to pool on the walls here, enough for you to be able to just survive, not enough to flourish. The first time you've had decent water was just now, when Demetrius gave you the flask, and you actually drank the cool water. That was amazing. That's if you've not had water for a month, not you had water, but it's been hard fought for. You've almost become animalistic in having to survive. Most people would have perished in your situation, but just your sheer wild nature has allowed you to survive barely. But you're malnourished, you're weak, but your power of your magic has kept you alive every time, because you have that ability to just strike hard. But if you were to ever fight against a group that could survive that, you're fucked. It's kind of like your thing's gone. Well, no, you have a couple more rounds in you, but you know what I mean. Okay, so you go through the mounds, and then you see there's some erupt and jagged rocks, as if there's been like an explosion. This is where you did your sort of thunderous orb. And there's some of this dry, fossilized thicket around it as well. And indeed, as you walk towards it, it's quite hard to see it, given these sort of mound depressions here. It's very hard. I mean, within a few yards, it's hard to see this hole at all. So you would imagine that Austria must have been incredibly lucky to have been able to find this place. In fact, she has the lucky feet. It kind of helps. She was very lucky. She made a lucky discovery. But the sandstorm approaches. Do we just jump down in? You've actually got like a little you've like cut a little steps, almost like a ladder. But you used your spells to sort of dig into the ground. And you show everyone else how to do it, and the whole of the group make your way down into this cave.
Did she say about this whole story of surviving, or do I know about it, or?
She said some of it, but not all of it.
Okay.
How much have you said about your survival story yet?
Not a lot.
Okay,
Just
you
said.
settle down. Let's
Uh-huh.
start a fire. Let's get some of this thrikreen meat that we're carrying cooking, says Dave.
Is there any like large containers?
Back of the place.
No, you haven't
There
got
is.
any. That way
There
you've
is a
got some.
big.
It's a
It's a
shelving
wooden
system
pan.
with Tupperware. No. So let me describe this hole to you.
A bath?
This.
No. There's a big stick you can put the meat through.
Okay. It looks like the top of this cave used to be like almost like a domed ceiling. But the domed ceiling has collapsed. Obviously from an explosion from above. It must have been quite thin here, or maybe the sand had released enough. You can see that to the what you guess would be the west, there used to be like a little entrance to something, but it's been collapsed and sealed in hundreds, if not thousands, of years ago. Have any of you got Oh, Dave does. Does anyone else have like Smiths? None of you are dwarfs, are you? Dwarfs. If you're a dwarf, this would be an open
Oh
book.
no, that was a different character.
Right. Okay. There's
I
more.
was
that
like, yes, I am. I was like, wait, no, that's the wizard I play.
There's more I
in,
could tell to a
Zane's
dwarf.
game.
But yeah. So, and another thing you notice is that in the middle, there looks like there was a casket or a coffin, but it's nothing but dust now. And you remember, Austrian, when you collapsed through the roof, you actually landed on this, and it literally just turned to dust. It must be so old, but somehow as you hit it, it just crumbled. So, rotted through. Yeah, Green Guardian, you can see this wood is probably thousands of years old. It's completely lost any integrity. You know, if you pick up a little tiny bit of it, it will just crumble in your hands. It's so dry and emaciated. It's lost all moisture. It's lost all strength. And in fact, if you dig around a little bit, you can see actually shards of bones. But again, these bones haven't fared much better. And probably the weight of a thrikreen and an Austrian landing on them is probably what sort of like just sent all of these bones to dust. The walls themselves seem to have been roughly carved out of rock. And indeed you can see, like in a couple of points, there's a glistening where water is seeping, or is condensing or seeping. It's not a lot, but it's something. Anyway, Dave gathers some stuff together and starts trying to produce a fire.
I'd like to start filling up everyone's water skins so we have replenished water.
Okay, you're using create water.
Yeah.
Okay, you see the orc holds out his hands and tendrils of water start to pour out from the rocks. It's an incredible sight. And the water skins start to refill. You all open up your water skins as this water goes in. Austrian, you probably just like stick your mouth over one of these streams of water. It's been so long since you've drunk fresh, clean water. It's intoxicating.
Suck on my tendrils.
GG, if you conjure up some cabbage, I can make a nice cabbage thrikreen stew.
I don't think I can just magic food up.
You can. So if you remember back,
oh yeah, I can.
You have tailored the use of druidcraft to be able to quickly grow base greens, basically quick greens.
Yeah, some
nice.
onion, some leek, and we got ourselves a feast.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some carrots as well.
No, carrots too advanced. It takes too long. It needs to be stuff that can quick grow. So I did put this all down somewhere for you. But yeah, so cabbage you could just about do. You can do radishes quite easily. The
Look,
good,
whatever you give is gonna be better than eating insect on its own.
yeah, I mean your good berries obviously fill people up, but it doesn't psychologically leave you feeling like you've had a big meal. It just means your brain's been told not to be hungry. You know what it's like. You know, you're hungry and you're just like, yeah, but I crave something savoury. A good
Okay,
berry's
I'm
one of
gonna
those
make
things.
radishes, lettuce, spinach, spring onions, kale, turnips and beets, some pak choi, and some zucchini.
Okay,
Very good.
so you spend the next hour or so. You just take some of the water. So what the rest of you see is like little tendrils of water from his create water come in like little arcs from the walls. They go into the ground, and as the orc murmurs in ritual, you see little green shoots start to appear all over the ground. In between like the shards of bone and bits of old coffin, life starts to erupt. Austrian, you've never seen anything like this. It's stunning. I mean, your spells are mostly geared around death, destruction, damage, and enhancement, but this is beautiful. This is life being grown from magic. And after an hour, and obviously you can short rest in that hour, but you might want to just try for a long rest.
We want long rest,
I'd
right?
say long rest.
By the time you're
Let's do
doing that, so Dave's character Austrian is basically a generalist. He's great with tools. He's got an entire belt full of tools for carpentry, for masonry, for he took a skill character. He's a bard. He's a law bard, which basically means he knows a gazillion. He basically knows every skill. He knows every skill, and he's also very good at a lot of skills. His combat's not great, but what way with skills? So imagine him as like Bob the Builder, basically, but he's Dave the Builder. So he gets out some tools, he starts gathering up, and very quickly he gets an incredibly healthy fire going, which is rare because wood is rare and hard to come by. But this stuff is just like tinder, and he sets it up. I mean, you've basically been using magic. The only way you've been able to do it is using chromatic orbs as a fire. I know you got firebolt. Have you got firebolt?
I've got control flame. No.
Yes, well, that will control flames. Very good. You can use
Yeah.
that. Okay. And you eat healthily. You cook the thrikreen meat. You take all of the greens, the vegetables, the root food from the Green Guardian, and Austrian is also a very good cook. So he helps to cook. He gets out a pot. He's got like a whole rack of tools and
Dave's a good
pots and
cook.
pans. Yeah, and he basically starts to create like a stew, thrikreen stew with leeks and radishes and onions, and it starts to smell amazing. Austrian, you're going mad. This is just, you've been dying for this. Like maybe you've died and gone to heaven, or one of the heavens. You don't know what's happening. You all have an incredibly hearty meal. I mean, you have to remember, this thrikreen meat for you right now is a complete delicacy. You don't get to eat meat in Haven. Whereas Austrian has been eating nothing but meat for a month. So your diets are converging right now. You guys mostly live on a vegetarian diet because that's all that you can grow from the herbalists. Unless you're rich, which you're not. None of you are. Only rich people get to eat meat. Those in the most senior roles, the councillors, those in the sort of upper cities, higher echelons, they get meat. Don't know why. It's just always been that way. But the rest of you, this is it. This is heaven. And you have a great meal, and you start to feel quite drowsy. You're exhausted. Above you, the sandstorm has hit. It's violent. It's disturbing. Thankfully, outside of the occasional dust being thrown down into the hole, because there's some like natural shard walls around it, and which is something that you've kind of subtly cultivated over the last few weeks, Austrian, it does hold back the sand enough to leave you with this opening. Okay, who's going to take watch for rest, says Dave.
Um,
So
Not me.
I
I'm going
will.
to sleep.
I will always be taking first watch. 100%.
Okay.
it is my job. I watch, I do, I follow. That is my job. I'm more than
If you
happy
would like
take it.
to, if you would like to stay up with me, you're more than welcome. But I will be staying up.
I would like that.
Okay.
I go to sleep immediately.
Okay. Are you sleeping the whole night?
Yep.
Okay. What about the rest of you? Anyone going to take shift? Muty?
Yeah,
Paladin?
yeah. I'll take it. I'll take a shift. I was just waiting for my turn.
Okay. Paladin? Are you
Yeah,
going to take a shift?
I'll take a shift, and if I'll also offer if anyone's got anything that needs mending from the fight, I can do any little minor repairs to keep me awake during my shift.
Yeah, I mean, Dave gives you his daggers. He's been fighting with them, but obviously they're just made of bone, so they're already fractured. These weapons do not last very long. So you start casting the mending. Okay, so Austrians first. Demetrius second.
I would like to go with Austrian.
Okay, do together.
I'll do last shift.
Okay. You all take your turns through the night. You all have your rest. Green Guardian, you wake up on the last shift. Everyone else goes to sleep. You're sitting there, wise, perceptive. You notice something. There's the smoke trail is wafting up. The fire isn't dead, but there was Dave's basically burnt everything that you've got available to burn now. And there's like you get like a smoke trail snaking. The storm has passed now, and you suddenly see the smoke do this. As it's drawn towards one of the walls on the eastern side. You don't know whether it's always been doing it. You've just woken up and you've sat there. Nobody else has mentioned it, but that's strange behaviour.
Well, I don't know what to do with this, so I'm gonna roll something.
Okay.
And that thing is insight.
It'd be
Into what?
It'd probably be perception, or you can do an investigation.
I'd like to do an extra perception check to see if I can kind of like
Okay. Basically,
see where the wind is
this
going.
is because your passive perception is 16.
Right,
You are very, very, very perceptive.
I am.
Austrian's passive perception is 10. She doesn't notice a lot. She's too busy being a cackling, rippling, chaotic wild magic caster. Oh, by the way, you cast Mage Hand, didn't you? You didn't roll wild magic.
Oh,
We need to get better at that. We need to get better at that.
Okay. Should I do it now or just leave it?
Just do it now.
Oh,
I might say that there was a delayed effect if you roll a 20.
Okay. I just roll a d20 for
Yeah.
wild magic. Okay. So that table I wrote down, is that different?
The table, if you roll a 20, you then roll on the D100 table.
A 17.
Okay, you're alright. You kept it in. What did you get for your active perception?
I haven't done it. So. $16.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, you follow it down. There's air movement coming from the east wall. If it was solid rock, it wouldn't do that.
What, the wall of the city?
What city? No, you're in. You're in.
Oh, sorry, I thought I was looking outside. Oh, the wall in the cave. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. No,
I'm
you're
gonna get
in
a bit closer and like really examine it then.
Okay. You follow it along, but with the help of the smoke trail.
Try and feel it.
Yeah, you move along and you find like a hairline crack in the wall, and there's the slightest. It's probably because the pressure differential after the storm, but you're getting the. You can feel there's an air movement. Air is getting sucked into the wall, and then evicted from the wall.
Can I like try and smell it? See if it's got any like gas or any scent.
No, there's no scent per se.
I can't turn into a beetle anymore, can I?
No.
Damn. And it's like literally just a crack like that thick.
Seems like it, yeah.
Right. Well, I don't want to wake anyone, so I'll just keep this information to myself and continue my watch and notify everyone in the morning.
Okay. The morning comes. The fire has gone. The fuel has gone. The rest of you wake up and you start to pack your things together.
Okay, everyone. Last night when I was on watch, there was some weird movements from the wall, some sort of air movement. I didn't want to do anything because everyone was asleep, but I will demonstrate now. This is where it doesn't do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna light a small fire. I think I made. Wait, let me see if I can do that. I should be able to. Druidcraft lets you do that, right?
I think it does. It's a little bit like thaumaturgy, doesn't it? But
yeah, you can light and snuff out a candle or torch. So yeah, I light something, a small bit of wood.
you summon some wood and set fire to it. So Muty, you definitely spot it straight away. You're the next highest passive perception. But slowly, as you all point it out, you notice there's definitely some sort of rupture in this wall, and there is air being sucked in and out. Dave looks at it. There's got to be some sort of cavity behind this wall.
I suggest we break it, but I didn't want to do that while everyone was sleeping.
I wonder if there's like tunnels that we can walk underneath, avoid some things, you know? Have you, Muty, have you ever found tunnels before?
Have I ever found tunnels before, Mr. Game Master?
Yeah, you found some in the cities over the time.
No, outside.
No, this
No,
is quite. I mean, this whole. You've been thinking this den's quite a find. This could end up being like another. If there's a way you could communicate to the rest of your forager group.
So I have no clue about tunnels.
No,
basically.
not here.
Yes, Demetri. I grew up in tunnels. I know tunnels like the back of my hand. So I'll take over this. Yes, leave it to me.
Okay. the Goliath stomps over to this possible crack in the wall.
I'm gonna Muti's gonna do like when like martial artists is trying to break wooden planks and whatnot, breathing exercises, and then I'm just gonna try to punch it open.
You prepare an attack, make an attack with advantage.
I will attack
kind of like,
it with advantage. That is a natural 19, 24 to hit.
Damn. Okay, you slam your fist into this crack, and then suddenly, like a whole chunk of earth falls away. It's like Muti's gone into Minecraft.
Yes.
Just poof, 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 poof. And you can see now that basically it's fallen away at the fault line where this crack was, and you now see a small hole about that big inside about, I don't know, 2/3 of a foot into the
I'm gonna
rock.
hit it one more time. Hold on. That's another natural 19, 24
Jesus.
to hit.
Yeah, you smack it again. You think your knuckles are bleeding now from where you've been hitting the rocks. In fact, no, I'm not going to say you take damage. You're a monk. Your fists are weapons.
Yes.
They're designed to take shit like that. You practice your every day, like smacking bricks and stuff. 1-inch punch and stuff. Now there is a larger crack, and there's kind of like a rush of air, and you get a sort of smell of fetid, dry, old air assail your nostrils. The rest of you can smell it as well, and there's this dark tunnel. Have you got dark vision?
I don't know. No, I don't have dark vision.
I have dark vision.
Yeah.
Okay. You can see. Sorry, did you say anyone's got dark vision?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've got dark
paladin.
vision.
Okay.
120
Austrian.
feet.
Wow.
So, yeah, something really crazy's just happened. So, Green Guardian has just found that there's a hidden entrance, or a hidden cave entrance exit in amongst the walls of this cave.
You've been staying here for weeks, and and suddenly they've broken it, and there's more to see.
It just needed somebody with a passive perception higher than 10 to spot it. But basically, yeah. So that hairline crack has now opened up to the size where you can pretty much get almost like head through it.
I put my head through it.
Okay, do you have dark vision?
120 feet.
Okay. You can see that this is a hewn tunnel. In the same sort of way that this cave is. You can see it swings round to the left, and there's also like an entrance or a spur off of the cave to the right. You can also see that there's some skeletal remains on the floor here inside this new tunnel. This looks to be of a similar age to the hewing marks of this original place as well. So, whatever this is, it's kind of
What species is the skeletal remains? Can I tell?
They're very large, actually. Could be Goliath.
All right.
Okay.
I pull my head out, relay the information to the team.
Okay, I'll go around you in purple
And,
person. Austrian, what are you doing while you see this?
I'm just gonna enjoy the food. Like, this is a big thing, but
I can hear a YouTube video in the background. Charlotte's watching YouTube? No?
No.
Oh, weird. Someone is. Okay, carry on.
yeah,
Just-
I'm just gonna enjoy the food.
Okay, you're just like, oh, there's an entrance in my cave. Cool. Okay, Palladir.
How light is it in the cave at the moment?
Pitch black.
Pitch black. I'll just pick up one of the rocks or stones.
Okay, have you got dark vision?
I do.
Okay, when you look into it, you can see just before the curve of the bend, there's actually like a torch in the wall. Not lit, obviously.
Yeah.
But you think there might be some sort of material in there.
Yeah. How big's the hole?
But it's about the size of you can get head through, so just over a foot in diameter.
I'll take a rock and I'll cast light onto it, chuck it through
Okay.
on the other side.
Yeah, you throw it through. You can definitely see now there is a pile of bodies here, just thrown on top of each other. At first, you thought there was like just a couple. Now you can see that there are many. Interspersed among them you can see glints of old metal armor and weapons. Metal. Can you believe that?
Woohoo!
I think we should try and open up this hole a little bit more. Could be some useful gear in there.
Dave, I've got some chisels and hammers. I can try and chisel away with it if there's no one else has got any other way.
I am just concerned. I see lots of dead bodies. Do we know what might have made the bodies?
Everyone do an insight. Not insight. A history check, maybe, or a nature check.
-1 for both.
Gary, by the way, I have to dash. Jesus, my accent is catching up. It's 11:30 here. I gotta take the dog out, and I've got an early morning work. So, but please continue. I'll catch up. I want to see the glimpse of the weapons, please. Thank you.
Well, to be fair, it's not a bad spot here because we're just about to enter the tunnel.
I just rolled a nat 20.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
I got 19.
For what?
You carry on, guys. But like, I have to dash. It's cut-off point for me. But have a fantastic holidays, and I'll speak to you in the new
Thank you,
year. I
mate.
hope.
Yes. Well, I've got the parties together. You're just about to get to the interesting stuff, but
Oh
yeah.
shit.
No, that's okay. We'll wait. As you say, it's about to kick off. So,
You guys continue. I'll join
No.
you. I promise. You have your day off tomorrow and stuff. I'm working, unfortunately. So
well, yeah. I just wanted to. I mean, I'm pretty tired. I'm yawning away because it's been quite a day today. Obviously, with Christmas Day today. I just wanted to get more into the meat of it, but it's not to be.
well, I love the session, dude. It was fantastic. So let's do it as soon as I'm away until 7th of January. The first session I can do is after 7th.
7th. Okay, so if we look at the calendar.
So the Thursday will be the 9th.
Yeah, I can do Thursday easy and would love to do that if it works for everyone.
Okay, so
Is that around when you're going on your cruise?
No, we're not going on the cruise until the 31st or 1st of February. However, we might not be doing a cruise now because your mum's decided she might not want to do the cruise, but she might want to. So we're still going away for 2 weeks.
Right.
We didn't go away without. We haven't been away from Zane all year, so I need to get away from Zane as much as I love him.
It's okay, you can say it.
Okay, I'm in a safe space.
Yeah, we all love him.
But let me stop the recording. Hold on. I just realised I don't need to record.